Hello, 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 beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. This is Rainbows Rising, and I am your host, Rainbowraaja. Today, I want to talk a little bit about karma, and I wanted to give a karmic clearing. So, very first part of this show, I'm actually going to do the karmic clearing, and I'm going to prep you guys into understanding what that is and what I'm going to be using to do that. These might be new modalities or new concepts to you. So if so, just hang tight, try your best to follow along. At the very least, you'll get some pretty music to listen to and the benefit of clearing out your karma that might not be benefiting you at this time. But let's get started. So for the karmic clearing today, I'm going to start off doing some gentle energy work for you guys. I'm going to do some Reiki as well as a little bit of like shamanic energy work. I'm just going to be kind of shifting things away from you, and you might more so feel it, or you might more so see results in the coming weeks. Just get comfortable. If you're driving or doing something that requires focus, you might want to skip the first half of this or maybe you can just listen to it and maybe not get so relaxed. But the energetic part is going to come during the song part. I'm going to probably end up like taping over this twice. So you'll have the song part, and then I'm going to do energy work over the top of that. So you guys will receive it. I would love to hear in the comments how you guys are affected, if you felt anything, if you saw anything, if you had any positive sensations. Please let me know. This is my first time doing like a mass healing with no visuals. So please let me know how it is received so I know whether or not this is good to do in the future. Okay? So what I'm going to be focusing on is I'm going to take a look into y'all's past lives and take a look into the past of this present life. And I'm just going to be like energetically adjusting things that are no longer valid for your present and your future. And I'm going to do some what's called light language. It's pretty much just intonations and vibrational noises to raise your frequency. There's really like no meaning behind it, at least not for me. Like I have specific feelings for what these things are, but they don't have any translation. They're just pretty, in my opinion. Maybe you won't like them. Let me know. And for the most part, just sit, relax, and enjoy. Yasha Janjo Pojoma, Mosha Janjon Jonko, Hinduan Tanta, Hepolu Nyunua. There you go. So, as I was doing that healing for karma, I felt that that was just kind of setting you up on a new slate. So whatever positive karma you had, and whatever karma that you perceive as negative that teaches you important life lessons, those will stay in place, as those are going to be pivotal in your personal development. But for karma that was not directly related to you, maybe ancestral karma, or even like karma that somebody wished upon you, like a curse, or anything that is not yours directly. Those things are, they will not be taking place anymore. So I'm feeling guided to give just a short talk on what karma is and what it's meant for, and why in particular we we almost feel a little resentful of it in most cases. So karma is pretty much the scale of understanding. When we treat someone in a negative way that is not conducive with compassion or understanding or love, and it ends up hurting this person, and even though it may not be intentional, we were not conscious in our choices to do those things. Those lessons come back so that we are able to understand the suffering of another. Karma can also give way to negative cycles. You can almost self-induce your negative karmic cycles through guilt, resentment, self-loathing, feelings of worthlessness. And in those ways you can learn, once you get to a certain low point, or when you get to a certain point in that cycle, you can learn how to love yourself. You can learn to forgive yourself. Once you have suffered long enough, you get to a point where you wish to heal those things. And that is the cycle of karma. But there are good cycles of karma. I think a lot of people forget that karma has a positive side. When you do things for others that inconvenience yourself, or you go out of your way for others, or even just seeing an animal on the side of the road and you're like, oh my gosh, is that animal okay? It doesn't look like it's doing so good. You pull over on your way to work. You take your time with that animal. Maybe it doesn't necessarily survive, but that doesn't mean that your time was wasted because you put in the time to nurture and care for that animal. And that was a sign of compassion and love. And the universe will bring that back in some way for you in the future. It's important to recognize that if you're doing nice things to get nice things, that does not equate to good karma. But if you just are genuinely a good-hearted person and you are doing things because you genuinely believe it is the right thing to do, that is usually when karma comes and it manifests itself for you. So karma is complex because what we may perceive to be something positive, like giving advice to a friend when they ask, when they tell you their stressful situation and you give advice, you might see yourself as helping them. But for them, maybe they just wanted a hug or to be heard out. And suddenly you stifled their expression of their situation. And in the end, you ended up actually hurting that person because they felt judged. They felt like you didn't really listen to them. They didn't feel like you were, there for them, that you were just criticizing their situation, you're judging them, and you wanted to tell them what you thought. And that's just how it was going to go. So it's important to be mindful of how your actions might affect others. Even if you think you're doing something good, maybe recognizing how that might negatively impact somebody else. And really, karma, if you really want to truly, truly clear your karmic slate, it's important to look at your actions, recognize your flaws, say, I messed up. I was such a jerk. And reflect on it, reflect how you could have been better. And do something, to relieve your own guilt. That doesn't mean go buy yourself a Gucci handbag. But you do want to do something, and I'm going to recommend an activity. And I don't know if a lot of other practitioners would consider this a karmic activity, but I have found this activity to be helpful in forgiveness for yourself and for others. So if you ever have a negative karmic relationship with another person, an ex or an old friend, or your parents, etc., you can use this practice to heal that relationship, to heal what is not working. And this is called Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono. It is a Hawaiian forgiveness practice. In simplistic forms, you say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And as you say those, you want to visualize who you're saying them to. If you're saying them to yourself, look in a mirror. If you're saying them to someone else, you don't actually have to say them to someone else. You can pull out a picture. You can visualize them in your head. And when you say them, you really, truly need to mean them. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And as you do that, and you repeat it like a mantra, as you repeat it, you will grow to feel relief. Your heart, you will feel a change in your heart. Even just me doing it 2 times just now, I felt an expansion in my heart and an understanding that something was changing, something was happening. And that can be a really difficult exercise to do. I recognize that. It's hard to look at yourself and recognize your flaws, where you messed up. I know how hard it can be to do that. But it's important if you want to evolve, if you want to ascend. If we all wish to ascend together, we have to take a good, hard look at ourselves, the things we're saying to other people, the things we're sharing with other people, the motives for why we're saying things or sharing things with people, the motives why you're, talking to your friend about your other friend. Gossip. Gossip it will have karma. You have to look at your motives. What are the emotions behind those motives? What are you compensating for? And reflect on your actions. And through Ho'oponopono, you can heal your past transgressions. And you can look more objectively at your current actions and maybe make some wiser choices so that you have better karmic situations in the future. Because we all want to manifest positive karma for ourselves. We all do. And it all comes down to blaming who and blaming what. The truth is, if you have bad situations happening to you, you signed up for it. You, at some point in your life, you chose that was the deal. So be sure to be mindful of your actions. Be mindful of what you say. And remember, good karma, dude. Good vibes only, right? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's show. It was a little different than usual. And I look forward to having Tracy Dunn-Blazier on next week with talking about her new book. I don't have the name right here. It's something about karmic relationships. It's probably healing karmic relationships. That's probably what it is. And we're going to talk about that book. And we're going to also, I believe she's going to be sharing some things to help you with your karma. So look forward to that. And thank you guys for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember, keep your eyes to the sky. Let's ascend together. Are you ready to ascend to the next level? This is Rainbow-raaja, your spirit guide calling. Please be sure to keep all arms and legs inside your vessel at all times. I'm just here to remind you to take some time today. Support Rainbows Rising podcast. Go. Join the Discord community. Check out the Patreon. Get some stickers, custom tarot cards. Check out the merch. The merch. You know you want to. Go connect with Rainbow-raaja. Maybe even get a session. Who knows? Your support helps make this show possible. And she loves to support you. Help support her too. Once again, this is Rainbow-raaja, your spirit guide, guiding you to your ascension.